Wait for a time to escape all your demons. Show me a sign of life to feel the feeling. So what are you waiting for? Standing in clear inside of you. Is there a meaning to behold? Nothing can get past you. We could try to outrun this earth. At least hide away from the demons within us.
Good morning, traders. How's it all going? Good to see you guys. It's been a few days since I've streamed. I've been busy making trades. Today I wanted to go over the current charts and take a look where we're at. Take a look at some opportunities that are coming up. See if we can figure out if ETH, Bitcoin are going to hold, if they're going to break through where they are, and what are we going to do if either of that happens. And I want to show you guys some of the best trades that me and my team have made. And my team is, of course, my trading crew, my mentors, my coaches, and my fellow trainees over at the Onyx trading platform. And if you like what I have to say here, if you like the way we trade and you want to join us, all you have to do is email me. My details are over here. Sometimes they're in the middle of the screen. Just obi1assassintrader@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email. You can email me on Discord, or you can message me through the trading view. Or even over on Twitch. I'm multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. If you like these kind of trades, if you want to learn what we do and you want to join an active community where we trade every day and share our charts every day, so you're going to learn, one, how to find setups and trades that you can make, and two, you'll see the ones that we're making and you can follow along. Let me know, and you can join our crew, you can join our team, and you can learn through all the lessons and tutorials that we've got and the one-on-one live trading that we do together. So let me know if you're interested in that. Otherwise, feel free to follow along, feel free to watch what we do here, and I'll show you some of the things that we've been doing this week. So there are a couple of trades that I'm currently in. I'm currently in a short here on Matic. I've actually posted this as a trading view idea that I put forward. So it's a published idea. Now I took this particular short on Matic because, as you can see, we've had lower highs, lower lows coming through. We had a point here where I didn't think if this is going to be a new higher high. This was my invalidation point here. So I've taken this 4-hour order block with an invalidation point above this previous high. And as you can see here, it's played out perfectly. Now why I wanted to do a short here on Matic is because we can see there's a trend line that has been forming. And this trend line has created a whole bunch of longs that have been trapped in here. So traders come through and they put their longs on. And of course, when you take a long on a trend line, you're putting your stops somewhere down here. So I knew there was a lot of trap shorts up here. People thinking Matic was going to go very, very, very high, and it didn't. So now anyone who wants to actually change up their token, anyone who wants to buy USDD with Matic, or anyone who wants to short is now able to take all of those stops, those stop losses, all down here. And I'm expecting this price to break through this 4-hour order block that we have here, all the way down here in the next day or so, hopefully. And this should be a really nice trade. The other trade that I'm currently in is an ETH short. This one hasn't had as much action, but I do think it's going to break through. We can see here we were trading on ETH. We were just rallying back and forth. My trade is behind my head. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see what you mean there. My bad. I need to pop it over here. Thanks, Greg. That's my trade there. I will make sure I put all of my stuff in the corner over there so you can actually see it. Sorry about that. Alright, that's a Matic trade there. Sorry, that's an ETH trade. I'll show you the Matic one first. So this is the Matic one here. So this is the 4-hour order block that I was talking about. We have taken a lot of liquidity out of this order block here. So if we're unable to break through the liquidity in this order block, if that happens, which is possible, it's possible. If too many stop losses get added down here, we're going to create a lot of liquidity, and we may not bounce, we may not crack through this, we may bounce. So as the price comes into this order block here and plays around the bottom here, if I see it bounce violently up, then I'll be taking my profits right here, for sure. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this particular order block has been hit once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. I feel like this with the 9th time, I don't think this order block is going to hold. We do know over time, as order blocks have liquidity taken from them, they get weaker. They get weaker over time. So I'm expecting this one to come through, break through this order block, and come and test these lower prices down here. That's for Matic. So I have a plan there. Now, right now, this is a break-even bulletproof trade. That means I've taken my stop loss, I've already moved it down to here. So the most, actually on this one here, let me move this over to the corner of the screen. For me, as soon as possible, I like to make sure that my trades are not going to lose money. So this is the Matic one. The most I'm going to lose is a profit of $35 on this one. So even if Matic does what I don't think it's going to do, if I'm wrong here, I'm going to make $35. Which is, if I was trading with a much larger account, that could be $350. That could be $3,500. The only thing that really matters is the account size that you're trading with. But in Onyx, we go by making sure that we have risk-defined entries. Risk-defined entries mean at every single trade that we have, we know exactly how much we could possibly lose. So I like to trade with 1, 2, and 3% risks. A 1% risk trade would be something that I perceive as being risky. Maybe it's a trade where it doesn't adhere to all of my rules, but close enough. Or I could be taking a scalp trade. Now those I would put at a 1% trade, so I'd only be risking 1% of my total account size. For other trades where things are looking a little bit better, I'll be looking at a 2%. But for trades where it ticks all the boxes and I think it's a perfect setup, I will go for a 3% risk. And that's how we do it at Onyx. Nothing is overly risked. Those are the 2 trades that I'm in. Now there are people in my Discord who are in a lot more trades. So we're going to go over some of the best ones that I've seen over the last few days. I reckon that's a great idea. So, head over to our Discord here. Let's take a look at some of our results. Now this is our Discord, by the way. This is Onyx. This is the backbone of the Onyx platform. And you can see here, we're all posting our results. We are winning. Some of these students have been with us for a few months. Some have been with us for 9 to 12 months, like myself. But we share all of our trades together. And so let's look over some of the better ones. Let's take a look at some of the biggest ones from this past week. The Jared with an APT long at, let's take a look at that, a long. Okay, that's interesting. APT. These trades I did not enter. These were just ideas that I put forward. Let's take a look at an APT long. Entry price was 12.66. Alright, so we'll do a long trade here. And I'll do a rewind so we can see exactly what Jared saw. 12.66. Oh, that's tight, that's nice. Right at the bottom. He would have probably put his stop down here, or I would have, but maybe he was a bit riskier. Let's take a look. Current price 13.9, so he took it out until 13.91. Alright, now at Onyx, we like to be trading wherever we can with a minimum of 3 to 1. So stop loss would have been below here. He must have taken this. I don't know when he took this, but that's a good solid trade. And he could have taken it even further. He could have taken it all the way up to here for a 4.5 risk to reward. Fantastic trade. Great job. And these are some amazing results. GMT, let's look at this one. GMT short. So GMT entry price was 5250. Oops. GMT. What was the entry point? Entry point was 5250. This will be a short. 52. It's a 5250. All right. So I 5250 525 525. Come on, give me 5250. Let's break this down. Let's see if we can figure out where the entry point was. Solid trade there too, because you could put that up at where would he have taken it to? Oh, anyway, down here. That's solid. That's fantastic. Well done. Risk to reward of 3.8. Well done. Ken. Oh my goodness, look at that. Jesus. Ken. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Bitcoin short. 574% ROI. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so that's at 23,203. Bitcoin short, 23,203. Short position, 23,000. Was it 20? What was it? I've forgotten what it was already. 23,203. Look at that. He's come up just up on that candle there. That was lovely. Right there. 23,000. No, it wasn't that one. It was over. Ken must have caught this one, I reckon, on the 15-minute. I reckon. Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. Right here, I reckon. No, it must have been over here. Must have been right there. And he's brought that all the way down. That is just beautiful. Well done. Well done. Astonishing. 21,789. 21. Oh, even further down. Ken. 21,789. Look at that. Wonderful. That is fantastic. Hey Fred, how you doing, man? I'm just looking over results on the charts from some of our best trades in Onyx over the past couple of weeks. Oh no, not a couple of weeks. This is the last 5 to 7 days. Jeez, I didn't even see that one. That's amazing. And Ken, an ETH short, another huge one. Wow. Incredible results, guys. You can see that was my LDO. That was me there, Obi-Wan Assassin. Sol for GC Jazz Cryptos. All right. So you guys are probably wondering, how do we do all this? How do we find the right places to take our trades? Well, we do TA. That's what we do. Technical analysis. You mix your technical analysis with good risk management, and you have for you the recipe to be a great trader. So what do I think is going to happen for Bitcoin? That's the important question. Well, to me, Bitcoin hasn't quite come down as far as I thought it would. I was expecting this break to happen up here, and we saw it breaking. A lot of us managed to catch the wave, either in Bitcoin or if we missed that, in ETH. And if we missed that, there were plenty of other tokens that we could have taken this wave down, and most of us caught a decent trade. We actually had a meeting, we had a Zoom with Nick, our coach, and he went through the entire market. I think this was on Friday night, wasn't it? Yeah, APT was another great one too. So he went through the entire market and showed us all the trades that we may have missed, and we all put them on, and then the results just came flying through. So for me, Bitcoin hasn't come far enough down just yet. We're sitting at a historic resistance zone. What I mean by that is, up here we've had resistance. This blue line here is the resistance that we have had in the past. The upper resistance of this structure that we had right here. All right. Now, when the price flips over, breaks through the previous resistance, then the previous resistance you had flips and becomes resistance on the other side, and that's what we're seeing here. Prices come up and done its thing. Now prices come back down, and it's just hitting this resistance line here. So you can expect a bit of resistance. You can expect this. What I'm thinking is going to happen, because we don't have any order blocks here to be basing any price movements off, I think the price is going to break through this fairly easily. BTC long up will? I don't think so. I don't think this is the zone for a BTC long. You can see my idea is right. Whoops. Get rid of that. You can see my idea here. So my idea comes from two 4-hour order blocks here or here. These are two clustered order blocks. And these are sitting right here. Those are my picks for where Bitcoin will actually bounce from. We are looking, if you think about how the markets work, right? Nobody can make any money in markets unless there's liquidity. What is liquidity? It's the areas in the chart where money is going to exchange hands, all right? So we can't, as traders, we can't make a lot of money unless there's liquidity. So we need to be hunting for putting our orders in places where there is high liquidity. How do we find high liquidity? Well, we look for order blocks. Order blocks are within supply and demand zones, and preferably they're within order blocks from a higher time frame. So when you see traders like myself and the rest of my team, rest of our crew here at Onyx, we start our analysis from the weekly level. You know, we get a good look at where things have gone historically, and this helps us figure out where the price is going. Most traders, most retail traders, most of the people on TradingView, they're not doing this. It's such a simple thing. They're not doing this. They're not going into the wider view. It's so important, guys. So first of all, you need to figure out at what point. Sorry, not at what point. You need to figure out where we are. Where are we in the market right now? All right. So we failed for Bitcoin. We failed to break this previous high. Right? Will we test that previous high again? I think we will. I think we're going to test that previous high again. Look, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Sorry. We had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we've had a double bottom over here. There's a huge push up. We do have a higher high. We're going to be testing this higher price one way or the other, but Bitcoin had to retrace. Okay? Had to retrace. We knew it was happening. We knew that it would happen, and it happened quite suddenly, as it does with Bitcoin. Is this the point, though, where Bitcoin is going to turn around? I don't think so. I don't think this is the point here. The reason why I like this area here is because it's confluent with the previous supply and demand. It's within a weekly order block. This little doji candle here, that's a weekly order block, right? And so if you're looking for a place where things are going to happen, they're going to happen near a place with an important thing happened before. So an order block or a breaker block, right? They're going to happen within a big zone of supply and demand. They're going to happen within a zone of support and resistance. If you get all these three things lining up, you should be able to pick the best points where crypto is, or where anything that you're trading will bounce. So for me, I'm waiting on Bitcoin. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to drop down to here, and I'm going to pick up a long. And I think this is a pretty good long here. So while I may put this order in, and this order may go on Bybit, what price I think, well, my entry is going to be 209. 209.44. That's my, so a lot of people are looking around the 21k mark, I believe. And mine's roughly 21k, to be honest. I like this one here, but I've got to make sure my stop is long enough just in case we do break these lower prices here and bounce off the bottom. This area here, over the dailies, we can see we've got support resistance resistance being at 20,340. So I'm thinking price may test that, it may do that, and if it does, it'll have to bounce off that resistance and start a new higher high. That'd be great. That's where I want to pick up my long. I may put this order in to buy bit and just let it sit and triggering. I may do that, but a better option for me would be to have this order in TradingView as my idea, right? And then just wait for the price to come and play in here. And when I see the price movement react, then I can jump in. And that's what I did with these trades too. So these last Matic trade, I waited for a price to come up to my zone. I waited for a reaction, and I jumped in. Same thing here for ETH. This is a perfect example. The price came back into my area and bounced off, so I knew I had the right area. I knew this was right. I put my order in, and I just waited. I just waited until the price came back, picked up my order, and dropped. This is how we are taught to trade in Onyx. And it took me a long time to learn. It wasn't easy, but this is what we do. So for ETH, for Bitcoin, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think price is going to come down into here. It's going to play around here for a while. I can't tell if it's going to react off the top order block or the bottom order block. It doesn't matter. If it does react, that's the important thing, that I see that reaction and I can jump in there. If it's sort of teetering around this area, I'm not sure what's going to happen, and it's late at night and I want to go to sleep, I'll probably just put this order in. But I have to really ask myself, is it a 1%, a 2%, or a 3%? Because right now, for me, this is a 3% trade. But something could happen. Something could happen that could make me rethink my plan. Oh, you're deaf. Oh, so sorry. I wonder if I can get what do you call it? Subtitles. Okay, so that's a shame. Because I can't type as I speak. I'm not that talented. But you can see my long there, and those are my numbers. Hope that helps. Sorry about that, mate. Well, I'm talking to you and you can't hear me, so hope that helps. Alright, now let's take a look at ETH. Now you guys know I'm in a short on ETH. I'm expecting it to break through. We've already broken through this order block here, and this is the order block that was supplying these massive pushes up. Okay, so liquidity comes down in here and bounces off, a heavy reaction. And it happened once, twice, 3 times, and we had a very small reaction. And the 4th time, we went straight through. Now, as soon as this happens, this order block is now completely gone, mitigated, it's done. That's where I knew to jump in on this short. Okay, that's when I knew. So this was a relatively, hopefully, risk-free trade. Now, no trade is risk-free, but for me, this one is now because it's fallen far enough away. I've managed to set my break-even to a point where I'll still make a profit, and I get to sit here with a nice trade and not worry about the results. So that's cool. Now, I'm expecting ETH to come into this zone here. It could bounce from this zone, or it could hit straight through it. I'm expecting a little bit of resistance at this point. We don't have a lot of stuff, a lot of history in the price action from the past in this zone. We don't have that. So I don't think that this is going to be a particularly heavily resisted zone. So this particular trade here, it could be a yes or a no. This trade down here, I think, is a much better, what's the word? Much better chance of being a better trade, I think, would be this one down here. Which I would take all the way to the top. So there's 2 zones. Turn that on for TradingView yet. So, okay, so Asqua697 has asked an important question. So he said, you know, can you buy a long at 125x? So let me just type this just once. Are you managing your risk? Is this a risk-defined entry? Or are you just picking a big, what do you call it? Alright, so when we're talking about utilizing our margins here, our leverage, right? It is amazing that we have a leverage tool to use. Okay, leverage tools allow us to get a big position onto a coin, but we should never use it to increase our risk. Okay, margins allow us to get a decent position on a trade, but we should never use it to increase our risk. I suggest 10x margin only for new traders. You can see here, guys, my margin is only 12 for Matic. It doesn't matter. Margin doesn't matter as long as your risk versus reward is 3 RR. Now what I mean by that, if you look at my trade here, my risk to reward is 5.05. This guy right here, 5.05. Your risk to reward should never ever be below 3. So if your trade is below 3, that's not a trade you should make. But it's a tool we use to make more money, not increase margins. So Asqua697, good question, very good question, mate. And I'm glad he asked that, because what he's talking about, increasing your margin to 125 and to chase your losses, that's what we call gambling. And we are not here to gamble, okay? We are here to take mitigated risks. So, are you using a spreadsheet to show your wins and losses? Like this I have on screen right now. You can see here we don't need to win every trade to make profit. Now I've got 2 more trades to add down here, and both of those are going to be winning trades. Haven't put them in yet, but I will. I'll put them in today. Alright, so we've looked at ETH, and these are the 2 places where I think on ETH that I'll be looking at to take a trade. For this first one here, I'll be looking at this one and watching for a reaction to come down and go up. That's for sure. But I won't be putting that trade into Bybit just yet. Not just yet, because this isn't an area that has a huge resistance level that I can safely say that is definitely going to be it's definitely going to happen. So this one here, I probably wouldn't put on. I will be waiting for the price action to happen in here. This one here, this is a bit more solid. If the price does come down this far, I'd probably be putting a long on there. Because if the price breaks through this point here, yes, how counter show photos send? How counter, I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, mate. I'm not sure what you mean by that. So if the price breaks through this order block, then it's going to go to the bottom of the structure and try things again. And I don't think that's going to happen for ETH. I think we're going to bounce either here or here. And for Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident this is the area of Bitcoin that we're going to see it come through and bounce up. I'm pretty sure. And if it doesn't there, then my next level is down here, which is the last bit of structure that we have inside this support resistance zone, and which has held up in the past. I think these are the two places where we should see a reaction. Alright, now do you guys have any other coins? Any other coins you want TA on? I will look through some of the biggest ones that we regularly look at on Onyx, and where is it? If we look at my coach, this is Onyx Crypto Education. This is my coach. We can see some of the trades that he's been in. This was his 3K profit trade that we went in over the weekend. Oh, that's phenomenal. It's fantastic. 178% profit. And this is definitely something we can teach you. We are looking for new members, and if you want to learn how to do this, just hit me up. Hit me up over email. I'll hook you up with some information. I think we're actually letting very soon. I was talking to Nick today, and we're going to start letting new members into our Discord. New non-paid members. There's going to be like a non-paid area for new people to come in and have a look at what we do. So if you don't have the money to enter and you want to see, or you want to see what we do, you want to see that we're legit, let me know via email. Email is off to the side there today, so it's over there. Let me know, obi1assassintrader@gmail.com. I should be able to hook you up with a pass to our Discord, and I can hook up with the Zoom as well if you want to just chat with me and talk about what we do, talk about how it may help you, and I'm even happy to give you some pointers over Zoom for your own trades. So let me know. Happy to do that. Now for now, let's do a review of some of these other coins. LDO was a coin I've been watching and participating in over the past couple of days. Now I do think this price is going to come through here. I think we're going to break through this zone here. We have had a higher high, that is for sure. And we are having our first lower high. This could bounce off here for a new higher high, but you know what? I did actually have a long. So I went long right here, and I took profit there. That was one of my trades. Reason why I took... sorry mate, yeah, it's rough. It's rough that you're unable to hear and you don't speak English. Now, I am thinking this is a lower high. Okay, so I'm not going to be putting another long on here. That one's gone. And this area here is not a fresh order block anymore. The price may react off here, but I'm thinking it's going to react a bit smaller. I'm thinking it's going to do this. Price will come down, have a small reaction. And then it should come down to this new fresh order block down here. Now this is the interesting one. This is one of two places that I think we could see LDO zoom off to have a higher high. Oh, I'm not 23, mate. I'm in my 40s. Yeah, I'm not young anymore. I was young a long time ago. That ship has sailed. So that's one thing I'm thinking was going to happen for LDO. Now, if we break through this order block here, there is a very high level of resistance down the bottom here. So these are the two trades that I've been looking at on LDO, and I'd be keeping my take profits here open because there's no structure that we have in the past to tell us where LDO could go to, but I think we're going to go higher. So I'm looking forward to entering these longs for LDO. I'm going to keep this particular tab open on my computer and just watch this price trade in here. For BNB, it's another coin I've been watching. I've been saying for weeks I've been saying that this trend line here will break, and it has broken. And unfortunately I wasn't watching the coin at the time, I was in other trades, because this would have been a fantastic zone right here. 4 hour order. Oh man, I didn't get in on that. Damn. In time, yeah, in time, it will. That would have been a perfect zone there for a short. How annoying. Oh well. Anyway, I've been saying for weeks that this line here, this trend line was forming an enormous amount of liquidity right here, and it's taken it all. Now price has come up to the fair value gap. Price likes to fill in those gaps that it has, and it's dropped. So there is very little liquidity left here. It's all been taken. From here, we are waiting for smart money to. Ugh, no. 125x is too much risk. Yeah, I can do that. You're right. I can put it right down there. That's way better. Sorry about that. Oops. I think that looks better. Done. Okay, so been saying for weeks that BNB was going to have all this liquidity taken out, and that's exactly what happened. When there's a trend line, when a trend line forms like this, we know for certain, this isn't not just guessing, but we know for certain that people are coming in and people are going long. All right. What happens when you go long? When you come in and you go long at this trend line, what happens? You form stop losses, and your stop losses are all here. What are stop losses? Stop losses are what smart money uses. Smart money is anybody with a large amount of money and they want a position. Stop losses are what they use to buy their positions, right? And that's what they're going. They're going to take this coin all the way down into here. They're going to buy this coin all the way down into here. Well, buy long positions, okay? They're going to take that liquidity and the price is going to bounce up. Once all of this liquidity is gone, the price will bounce up to a higher high. That's what I'm expecting to happen. Alright, so I'm taking a long here at 290 with a stop loss. Somewhere down here at the 280. And what I'm expecting to see is this price to come down into here and bounce up. That's what I'm expecting to see for BNB. There's a question about Litecoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin, do I have it here? I'll probably have to open up on a separate tab. BTC dollar down today? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. BTC, I'm expecting price to do this. That's what I think will happen for BTC. Okay? That's my expectation. I don't like to be disappointed, so Bitcoin better behave. Alright. Litecoin. Let me take a look. Let's see if we can draw some conclusions up, right? Looking at the weekly for Litecoin. Alright. It's been hammered. Poor thing. It's been hammered a lot. But we're coming up to a very large order block right here. And this level here has to be tested eventually. You're going to have to test this level. I don't know if it'll break it or fall, but it has to be tested. We've had higher high, higher low, higher high, even low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We're waiting for the higher low for Litecoin on a weekly level. Waiting for the higher low. So in my view, if we're waiting for the higher low on the weekly, the price has to come down. On the daily, we are yet to test this mark here. So I'd be looking to test this. This has to be tested. That's the first test that it's going to have to do. We've had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now how far does the low have to come? Well, you can make some assumptions, okay? We can use our fib to figure out where the higher low might occur, okay? Using the fib, looking for a 60 to 70% retracement. Okay, usually be looking for a 60 to 70%. Anywhere around here is roughly the minimum amount things are going to retrace to, usually at a key level of support and resistance. Now, the support and resistance levels that I think are key are right here. That is definitely a key level. I like to mark out my support and resistance with blue lines. Okay, so that's a key level there. That's where I'd be putting my guess. At this order block right here. This is a daily order block. Right there. Coming into the 4 hour, I'll be looking for a 4 hour order block within my daily, and we've got two positions really. This is the key level here with lots of supply. Well, lots of demand, sorry. And this level down here, potentially could happen. Potentially. So we need to make sure if we're going to choose a position on Litecoin, whatever position, yeah, roughly. So I aim to win 50% of my trades. If I choose trades with a 3 times reward, I make profit. You don't need to win more than 50% to make decent profit. If you're losing that many, this guy's losing 90%. You have bad risk management and choosing 4 trades. And not managing active trades. Right? Watch this. This trade here. Sorry if I'm speaking funny, guys. I'm just speaking to a deaf guy, and I know it sounds weird, but I'm just typing to him and trying to speak as I go. This trade here is now 100% risk-free. And yes, your margin's too much. Only risk 1%. 2% or 3% of your entire account. And as soon as you can, set your stop loss, make your money. If you want to learn how to trade like this, you can join our program. Only English. Alright. So we were looking at Litecoin. Let's continue. Litecoin. As far as where it goes, I would be looking to take a short on Litecoin. Honestly, it may not, with Litecoin, it may not bounce, it may not break through these areas here. So some of these key levels that we'll be looking at for Litecoin to get through. Now, we have had this major order block here. And this order block has been mitigated. As soon as this started forming structure within the order block, this order block has been mitigated. It's still being used, like there's still trading going on in here, and it's still having small reactions, but it's gone. The price is going to drop right through here for sure. It's not going to hold. Okay, if that doesn't hold, the next big order block, you can see these wicks down here. These wicks are telling you something. When you see wicks like this, you need to start thinking, why is there a candle that came down this far, but then got pushed up to here and finished up there, leaving all these wicks down here? Why did that happen? It's because this is a key level, right? A key level of support resistance. And in this case, we must have some kind of a breaker block sitting here, feeding the liquidity. Don't think it's there. I think it's here. There is a large 4-hour breaker block that's been in play, feeding this area. And you can see here the price has come down into this breaker block, resulted what's the word here? Not resulted. It's reacted off this block to come up here, forming a new high. Reacted again, and then this time it formed a brand new structure up here with a brand new order block. Okay, so with this order block being gone, the next level that the price has to come and test is this level down here. Now we could see price come down into here and have a huge reaction off here. That could happen. This is a key level. Okay, this is a key level of resistance. It's a key order block. It's a breaker block that's sitting here, and it could happen. So this, for me, would be option 1. Taking a long position right here. Aiming for at least 3 times risk to reward on this one here, because price is going to react off here and is going to struggle to get past this block here. This is going to be a key level of resistance, and I can get a risk to reward ratio of 3, meaning if the price never breaks through this point here, I can still have a decent 3 times trade. But that would take profit 1. Take profit 2 will be up here at the top of the range, and take profit 3 will be right here. Okay, now level 2, if we break through this area here, the next key support level will be just under here. We have a 4-hour order block right here at a key level, another key level of resistance. And I can get a 7.4 on that one, and even get a 3 on that one too at that key level before that we're looking at that we might struggle to get past. So those are 2 trades that I've been looking for in Litecoin, and the third trade, the big one, I reckon right here. At that first demand zone that's been created, so this rally here created a demand zone right here. My stop should be placed where I know that I'm wrong with this idea. If price breaks through this area here and down the bottom, I am wrong, and which happens. And I can get 3 here, 6 here, and I can get a 7 all the way to the top. Those are the 3 places where I've been looking for. Would I put all these 3 trades on? No, I wouldn't. I'd wait for the price action to come down. If I do see a reaction at the 15-minute time in these zones, that's when my trade goes on. Pretty exciting for Litecoin. As for taking some shorts on Litecoin, there might be an opportunity here. You could take a short at this key level right here. Could this happen? It could. It could retrace. It hasn't yet. This is a fresh order block. You could possibly do a short here. This is a riskier trade in my view. It's a riskier trade because if the price does come up, if the price is going to come up at 3 here, it means that Bitcoin's bounced. Alright, so if Bitcoin has bounced, if Bitcoin's bounced from here, I'm not taking shorts. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you like it. And if you do like it, I'd love it if you could follow me, you know. I'm on here because I can't stop talking about charts. Alright, so if Bitcoin does bounce here, I'll be looking at Litecoin. If Litecoin hasn't retraced, so if I'm in my short for Litecoin, that's where I jump out. I jump out when I know Bitcoin's bounced, okay? We don't want to be in shorts if Bitcoin's bounced. But until then, I'm still thinking Bitcoin has a small way to go. I'm still thinking it's going to break through here and take my long. I don't see this as a key area, but it's not far for it to drop. This isn't a huge drop when it does drop, okay? But Litecoin, on the other hand, Litecoin could have a huge drop. It could. But today I'm not taking any more shorts. I'm already in 2 trades, and that is more than enough risk for me for now. Okay? It's all about risk management. So, to Asker at ASQ AR 697. Make sure you manage your risks. Okay. Would Sol be able to break through the $25 mark? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Sol. I don't know why TradingView seems to disconnect me. Alright, could it break through the $25 mark? Yeah, absolutely it could. I mean, not today. Not today. Alright, if Sol was going to break through the $25 mark, which it will, it absolutely will, I think. I think it will. Would I be putting a long one right here? No, not yet. Not yet. This is not a key level of resistance. This is not. There is nothing over here to the left here to show me any previous data that this is a key level of resistance. It's not there. And best 20x, 10x for new traders. Is asking what sort of a margin should he be putting on? What sort of a multiplier should he be doing? 10x. No more than 10x. You don't need it. Make money. Good trades, not make money with good trades, not big risks. Is $200 enough? Okay, what's your total account size? Your risk for a loss needs to be no more than 2% of your account size. We don't make money quick, we make money slow. Okay, question, so in a month, hard to say. It could be quickly. This could happen very quick, it could happen very slow, alright? What's going to happen? I'll show you what I think is going to happen. We've already broken free. We had a key level of demand, so this was a demand zone. Demand zone means the price has come up so fast that other traders were left here wanting to buy in at this price, but they couldn't because the price had already moved. Okay? I don't know what minus $3 means, but we'll see. All right. So this was a key level before. Now price has completely broken through this level. This order block is now completely mitigated. There is nothing holding price here at all, other than broken dreams, right? So all these people here are gone. They're no longer wanting to buy. The demand has dried up, and the price is sort of fluctuating in this no man's land right now. It's just waiting to go somewhere. The only people who can move the price is smart money. You and me, traders like me who are trading anywhere between $100 and a few $1,000s per trade, we cannot move these candles. The only people who can move these candles are the whales, okay? Smart money we call them. Sometimes dumb money. Whoever's got the money, they're moving these candles. And you can see here, they're trying to take shorts. They're trying to take shorts. And we have an order block sitting here. It's been taken up now, and that would have been a good place to take a short, right? That was a perfect short. Right there. Where is the short going to? Down here. Minus $30. How much? So you have minus $30 to trade with? I'm confused. Alright, so for Sol, there is nothing here to stop this price from going all the way down here to this 4-hour order block that's here. Right, that would have been a fantastic short in my view. Alright, once it gets to here, I am expecting In fact, I would put on a long. This is a great place for a long. We have... Am I still streaming? I should still be streaming. Yeah, I'm still streaming. Good. My I don't know why TradingView is disconnecting me. It's been a real pain in my butt. That was weird. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Alright, for Sol, yeah, I'm going to be taking a long right here. And I'm going to be taking it all the way to the top. That's my trade there. Yikes. Mate, I think you need some more education before taking any more risks. Okay. So for Sol, I'm looking at this area here, and this area looks like it's the right area for a large reaction. It's a fresh order block, meaning this order block hasn't been mitigated by any wicks coming down into it. It's at a key level of resistance up here. So the candles in the past were resistant at this level. So we have a key level of resistance just here, which is right. I'll probably have my stop loss just under that, to be honest. Just under that, because I don't want price coming just out, hitting my stop loss and then bouncing. That's terrible. I hate that. Everyone hates that. No one wants that. So my stop loss will be just below this key level of resistance just here. And when it flips, when you've had a level of resistance and the price shoots through it, then the resistance flips with it. So this now means that price coming down into here will resist to break through this line here. Now I would think that from here, I think from Sol, honestly, we've had at a high level, on the daily chart, right? It's a higher high. If it hits here, that's just a higher low. I think it could go higher. I think we could be seeing, if you wait long enough, I think you could target there. Or at least here. At least there. That's a key level of resistance there. So yeah, I think we could see $28 for Sol. That's what I think. I think that's my plan of attack. What do you think of that? Ask. I can't coach you on what to do in an active trade over messages. But if I were you, I would get out of this trade and seek out and do some paper trades in TradingView first. That's what I would do. I can't give you any active advice on what to do. Oh dear. No, don't try trades more. Jumping into trades isn't going to solve this. Okay, XRP. Now you're talking about oversold as if we're using an RSI. So let me make one thing very, very clear. When we are doing supply and demand trading, we don't need to use any indicators. So supply, I'm just going to type this up in chat, not just for you, mate, but just for anyone who can't hear. Supply and demand trading doesn't need to use any indicators at all. All we need is the chart. So when you say oversold, I'm assuming that you're talking about the RSI, but we don't need that to know that the supply is dwindling. We can see it. We can see it in the chart here, and I'll show you how. So this has been a key. Oh man, this zone here has been super key. This is the order block. How do I know this is the order block? Okay. When we've had a breakout price, so when price is broken in structure, which happened right here, price rallied in this zone. I'll let you know about that. Let's look at this TA first, and then decide. Okay, so price broke through that structure right there, creating this order block. Okay, this is a key for our, key for our order block. Right there, key for our order block. And in fact, this order block has been used in the past by XRP. Look at this, goes way back. This is a huge key area. Okay, now price has come up off this area and it's reacted. It's reacted once, and the second time price came down into here, very little reaction. Okay, so the reactions have died off. Reactions at this level have died. Died. So this order block is mitigated. This price level is mitigated. It's over. The next key level for XRP to hit is going to be this massive zone right here, right? Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's yuck. That's a terrible candle. I'm not going to choose that one. That doesn't help us at all. We have a cluster of price down in here. So let's look at the daily. We have a daily order block right here. Last time price broke structure down here, it left behind this zone here. And this zone here is a daily demand zone. Unfortunately for XRP, I think the price is going to break through here, rally, and hopefully get a new high. Hopefully. And you can see how you can see all this happening on a larger time frame without indicators. I'd be looking for shorts. Would be good, but it may be too late to pick up a good short. There's nothing holding XRP from hitting the bottom. There's really nothing. There's no order block or structure over here on the left that would stop it from it's not gonna hold here. I think this level is gone. I wouldn't buy XRP, absolutely not. Okay, when we are looking, if we want to buy or short a coin, we only do that if we get a discount. That's the other thing here. Discounts, guys. Discounts. We need discounts. Alright, let's assume you want to short. Okay, we don't want to short this price. Okay, we do not want to short here. If we're going to be shorting, we need a discount. We need a retracement. So for me, that's where we came from. Oops, other way around. I'll use my fib tool, bottom to top. The only way that I would buy a short is if I got a discount to this area here. Discount. The only time we take a trade is on a retracement to a discounted price. So if XRP got to 0.3985, I would probably short, but it may not retrace at all. It may be too late. Email me at ob1. What's my email address? ob1 assassin trader at gmail.com, and I'll get you hooked up to the membership. Moderated. Why is that moderated? Okay. All right. That's XRP. I hope. Who was saying that? Was that, what was your name? Akshanar. I'll call you Ak. All right, Ak. I hope that sort of gives you an indication of what I think is going to happen for XRP. Now, of course, these things can change very quickly. Are there any other coins that you want to take a look at? Send me an email to my address and I'll help you out. If there's no coins you guys want to look at, I'm going to have a quick look at some coins myself. I think we've looked at BNB already. Bitcoin we've looked at. Ocean. I've seen Ocean talked about a couple of times. Alright, let's take a look at Ocean. Alright. Ocean. What's the trading volume on Ocean, by the way? Oh, a 23, yeah. So for me, Ocean's only trading at 24 million on Bybit. So I use smart money concepts with supply and demand, and these concepts work with coins that have smart money buying and selling them. Now those coins are the ones that are in the top 10, top 20 coins here on Bybit. So if anything's got below, say, 100 million or even 50 million, I usually try and avoid. Now for Ocean, we're in the bottom. Like, what was it? What was it? I can't even remember now. Ocean at 24 million, it's still within the means of possibly having smart money in there. It does seem okay, but I wouldn't be taking a huge position on this because with coins without that much liquidity, we do find it difficult sometimes to get out at the price that we want. Okay? Now, we've just stopped short of breaking this high here on the weekly. So mate, can you email me at ob1 assassin trader at gmail. ob1 assassin trader. Email me and we'll sort it out later. Okay, so for Ocean, we haven't managed to break this high, but I think we will retest. We're going to have to retest eventually. On the dailies, it is highly volatile, and I like volatility. Volatility is great. So these key zones here, we've got daily order blocks. Oh man, this volatility is enormous. Oh my god, that would have been a fantastic short if someone took it. Wow. I wouldn't have been able to get in on this trade, but if you did, amazing. Amazing. The reason why I wouldn't have been able to get in is because I always take my shorts at 50% of the order block. But if you were clever enough just to put your entry point at the top of the order block, you would have definitely gotten in on that trade. And that would have been phenomenal. Look, you all the way to the bottom. Phenomenal. Wow. Alright, so where are we now? Okay, we've had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Oh, that's interesting. If this is the low, we're just looking for the place to bounce off. Okay? But I don't think this is the low. We have an order block sitting here. That's an order block. A daily order block. Let me get rid of some of these. And then what do we have? Let's look at the 4 hours. We've got, okay, this is what I saw before. We had stops, so we've had a trend line forming. Now, retail traders are going to try and tell you, when you see a trend line, you jump on it. This is the example of why you do not jump on trend lines. Because all the other retail traders are all jumping in on trend lines, hoping the trend will continue. Just because it's trending up now, doesn't mean the trend is going to continue. You can see here, what's happened is people have been putting their stops all along the trend line, which has been making a whole bunch of liquidity right under here. Right? This is all liquidity all here. Lots and lots of liquidity. What is liquidity? Is what you need to change from one coin into another coin. So right down here is all USTD. Now we've broken the trend line, which means that smart money is already taking people's stops. Many people went long here, a lot of people went long, and the price didn't go higher. So all of those stops have been taken by smart money. Alright? Yes, I'll respond later today. Okay, so this is the order block, a 4-hour order block that is trading a reaction. This order block has been hit once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. We had a slightly bigger reaction last time, but this time, if we see another candle come up and not go higher than here, then we know we're going down. If the next candles come and react higher, if we see this, then we're going to be forming higher highs. Okay? That's option 1. Option 2 is we're going to, and this is the most likely option in my view. It looks like we're going to break free of this one and come down further. As for where we're going to come down, I think all of this liquidity here needs to be taken. Yeah, well, I don't use trailing, but a lot of my other teammates use trailing stops. I should be using trailing. I should. I'm probably going to start. Honestly, it's the best approach. Trailing, I should be using them. I should be. I think this is, oh, actually I missed a spot. I've missed a spot. That's a better spot there. In fact, let's use our fib. Let's use our fib to see. From here, all the way to the top. Alright, looking at a 60% entry. Yes, we can see it right here. 60% entry. It's an order block that has been used in the past one time. And it didn't even go into the order block. Okay? This is where I'll be taking a long. And I'd be targeting the top of the structure at least, but probably there too. Now let's see if any other price action on this chart helps us with this or supports this idea. Now we have a key resistance line here at the very top in the past. So there's a key point there, and the price could come down here and bounce off that for sure. That could absolutely be true. And we have another key point of resistance right here at the bottom of this here. So this could be a very good idea. Now if it fails through here, if it falls through there, the next level that it could be rebounding off would be here. at a nearly 70% retracement level. So if this trade fails, which it shouldn't, we should see a reaction big enough of this trade that we can at least set our stop loss to break even. So this should come up. If it fails, well then I'll be looking right here for a long, personally. And if that fails, well then I'll be looking for the bottom of the chart. If this fails to, if this breaks through here, you could be looking for a short. I am from Australia. So if this price falls through here, you could absolutely be looking for a short, and you could, well, depending on the price action, I'm not going to put a short in right now because I don't see this price retracing a high point yet. But it could be something that happens. There is a 4-hour order block sitting right here. Let me just move this across. There's a 4-hour order block right here. We've had one bullish candle before a breaking structure. We've had a breaking structure with this candle down here. Not a huge break. It could be bigger. We could be looking at a huge, like a bigger break to support that idea. Alright, so there is an order block here. You could consider a short. But there is no possible way of getting a 3 times risk to reward here. So this isn't a valid trade because I don't have the risk to reward. I can't get a 3. Even at the bottom of this structure, I'm not going to get a 3. I'll get close to a 3, but not a 3. So that is not a trade that I'm willing to make. I'm looking for a 3. If I can't get a 3, I'm not interested. So that's what I think will happen for Ocean. Now, are there any other trades, any other coins that you want me to look at? Because I'm thinking about wrapping up this stream for the day. Now, if you guys do want in, if you want to join our Discord, let me show you the kind of training that we have. This is the training. So we have a lot here. We have all of this training for everyone to go through to learn the basics. And once you've learned all the basics, and this course will take you a good 2-3 weeks to get through. There's a lot of content here. Once you've learned that, you come over here, and we have, where are we? Just looking through our thing here. A university. So this is all your questions and answers. Answered. All your questions answered, really. We're over here are our weekly Zooms. So we Zoom. Well, no, it's not every single week, but most weeks. I mean, I'm always streaming, but Nick is Zooming probably once or twice every fortnight, and lately it's every week. And we are going through and scanning our markets and looking at things. All right. So if you don't know where to trade, if you don't even know what coins to look at, if you don't know what setups to make, you can join our Discord, and we show you everything. We show you the trades that we're in. We show you the trades that we're out. We review your trades for you. We review your losses and tell you, where you're going wrong. And it's a nice family. And I know if you're into trading and you've caught the trading bug like I have, like we all have, you want to hang out with people who want to talk charts, right? We love charts. And there's probably no one else in your life that wants to sit and listen to you talking charts for the next 3-4 hours. Join our family. Come and join us. If you're interested, let me know. Obi-Wan Assassin at Gmail. Obi-Wan Assassin Trader at gmail.com. Send me an email, send me a message here on TradingView, send me a message on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, send me a message there. Wherever you're watching this from, let me know, and if you want in, contact me and I'll tell you all about it. I'll show you the information, and if you'd like to learn more, you can. But with that, I think that's it for me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. I've enjoyed streaming to you, and look forward to streaming again, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I'll see you then.